How's it going, everybody? McBilly Boy back with my friend Chris. We're doing our playthrough on Diablo 2 Resurrected. How's it going, Chris?
Hey Aaron, it's going pretty good. So, am I gonna start or are you gonna start?
Oh yeah, we gotta trade each other, remember? We gotta like show the players the gear we've got.
We could do that, or do you want to just kind of show your gear and I'll show mine in my video? Since
I think it's better,
yeah,
like,
that'll be easier.
yeah, just show your gear.
So I'm using the Deadly Grand Scepter of Lightning. Some of the abilities I don't use, but it gives one to Holy Bolt, which I'm going that build. Cruel Visor, Bone Helm. I think that's the one that I got by the end of the last video.
Yeah.
And faster hit recovery and good against poison. Wall of the Eyeless Bone Shield,
That's
so
our first
good
legendary.
defense, faster cast rate, Eisenhart's Case, Bone Hands, and my rings definitely need some improvement, but the Carrion Strap for the belt, and Storm Turn for the ring, but I can still get a better one, and Saru's Iron Heel for the boots. So that's what I have.
Those boots are actually so good because of the enhanced like speed they give you. But
Exactly.
that shield we found you, that's a legendary. That thing's a treat for you there. So make sure you get your follower back and let's head out. Oh, stock up on potions too.
Yeah, I have potions already.
Okay, good.
So now we're starting off with Act 4. And we have a little bit to do here. It's the shortest of the acts, so hopefully we can get through it pretty quickly and Diablo doesn't slow us down too much.
He can kill you. He's pretty tough.
But because everything here is undead or demons, I'm probably going to do a lot better here than in Act 3.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to play with my settings real quick.
I'm going to clear some stuff out then while you're doing that.
Yeah, it's better. I got it.
Yeah, it looks like my Holy Bolt is doing a lot better now.
It really is. Like, you're doing a lot of damage, and it's surprising because my guy's like, he's good with the single target, but like not with like AoE. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, they are basically just melting.
All of
Kind
these
a
are
whole bunch
just
of blue
demons. Chris,
This is actually going pretty well.
Literally your fun zone out here.
I actually had the sound down to 0 for some reason.
Did you?
I don't know why, but I fixed it.
That's good. 0 sound? That's not going to make a very good video now, is it, Chris?
No, it's not. The music for Diablo 3 and the sound, I mean, it's not like I haven't heard it all before.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Chris,
I'm playing through Ori, right? Sorry, go ahead.
I've got a very funny story for you, okay?
Okay.
So, so my mom sold this house to my dad a long time ago, and like, he moved in with his wife. And
that's hilarious.
No. Like, it gets
I know.
insane.
Shut up, Chris.
Just shut up, Chris. Yeah, jeez. Okay, so what happened was, the toilet downstairs, it was always clogged, and like, they're like, what the F, right? Like, why is this thing always clogged? So they eventually unclogged it. What do you think they found in there, Chris?
I have no idea.
Chris, it was clogged by a little race car toy and a turd the size of like a freaking coconut.
What?
Oh my god, dude. There was a turd the size of a coconut that they pulled out with their arm.
That's gross.
I know, right? And then, okay, here's another story. So it has to do with my mom again, and like, she lived in this one house and I lived with her for like a couple years. before I finally moved out, right? But she would be constantly having like problems with her upstairs toilet, and she would have to get Gary. Gary's like a guy who lives in our family. He's been there for quite a while. So she'd have to call him over when there's like plumbing issues. So Gary would come over and start plumbing this toilet. And then one time the plumbing was so bad that the thing was up to like the lid, right? You know, like the water. And this was not
Yeah.
ordinary water. This was like, you know, when somebody just took a big dump and like that water was just sick, dude. And then all I can hear, because I was downstairs, all I could hear is this, the water flowing over. Oh my gosh.
I can't carry any
What do you think, Chris? Is that pretty funny or what?
Sure.
burdened.
If you say so. I don't know what
Ooh.
to say about those stories. We've basically gone into toilet humor.
Yeah,
Actual toilet humor.
actual toilet humor. It's funny. Well, no, that's what happened though. I'm just telling you, right? It's a spooky story.
I suppose so. I mean, it is Halloween, so you want your spooky stories.
Yeah, just I mean, if you want to scare the kids, just dress up your toilet. Actually, there's this really funny thing. It was like, you know, somebody accidentally left their garbage can out, and it's like everyone usually pulls their garbage can in because like they don't want the kids like knocking it over and stuff. But I'm like, you know, if it's out there, you might as well just dress it up, right?
Anywho, what scary movies are you going to be watching this month, Aaron?
I don't think any.
It's
What about you?
Halloween. You don't have like a bunch of movies to go through?
No. What about you?
Well, for me, every Halloween, I usually end up watching Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Okay.
Monster Squad, Little Monsters. Well, at least the old Rocky Horror Picture Show, not the new one with Vivica Fox.
Mm-hmm.
The old one with Tim Curry was just a classic.
Okay. Yeah.
It's one of those ones that the movie's so bad that it's becomes a nostalgic point for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I fall into that category.
Mm.
But Tim Curry just really sold that role.
Yeah. Actually, I lied. There's actually one that I do watch, and it's called The Thing. You know, 1989 John Carpenter. You've seen that one,
Not the
right?
new one.
Yeah.
You don't like the new one so much, Aaron?
I don't like the new one, though. I don't think anyone does. There's problems with it.
There is. I watched the new one and it just didn't seem to make any sense.
Well, I mean, they used a lot of CGI, right? And like the old one was based off that puppetry, and it looked really good. Even now, it kind of holds up, but obviously it's fake. Everyone knows it's fake, but who do you think the Thing was at the end there? Do you think it was the black guy, or do you think it was, you know, Ack
I think it was shoot.
McCready? There was Charles.
Yeah, who was it that plays him? It was Kirk something, right?
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I think he was the Thing at the end.
You think so? Hey, yeah. You know what? I have a theory behind that, and no one likes to hear it, but I wanna tell it right now. I don't think anyone has actually heard it before, but here's my theory about why McCready was the Thing the entire time. So McCready was the one who thought of the blood test that they would do. He was the very first one to do that, and he did not use gloves while performing the blood test. And what happened when he like put that needle, the hot needle, into the blood? It went everywhere.
It's not one I watch every year, so
Yeah,
I think
no.
you'll just have to kind of tell the story without
Right.
my
Yeah,
input.
That's fine. Yeah, it jumped out, and I slowed down the clip one time. I'm like, hey, I have to know this for sure, right? I slowed it down, and it looked like it touched his hand. And just the cell of this thing can transform you over time. And there's been a lot of time that had passed between that point in the movie and the point where he was sitting there with Charles at the end. So you tell me, do you think he might have been?
It's possible.
Yeah. And that's a theory I don't see anyone else bringing up. I just came up with that because I seen it and I'm like, that doesn't add up, man. Like that's kind of weird.
Well, The Thing is one of those movies that has a lot of fan theories about it.
Yeah,
And that's kind of what makes the movie withstand the test of time,
it really
that
does.
it's sort of open to interpretation.
Yeah.
So The Thing is one, Home Alone is another one,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
just those two off the top of my
For
head.
the
But
Home Alone one, like, what's the theories that were going around? Do you know?
okay, some of the interesting theories about it are that Kevin McAllister's father is like a mob boss,
Okay.
and the whole thing was orchestrated by Frank, his brother,
Mm-hmm.
to basically rob the house. Another one involves time travel, where you're introduced to the old man who's Kevin's neighbor.
Yeah.
And the theory about him is that he is actually Kevin from the future, because
Really?
originally, in the original timeline, Kevin, the house was robbed because Kevin wasn't left behind.
Yeah.
And it basically ended up tearing the family apart because they took everything, and that kind of had an effect on the family,
Yep.
where the father was left broke. Eventually, the family sort of divorced and split up, and nobody was talking to each other.
Okay.
And it all stemmed back to Kevin, to the house robbery.
Yeah.
Another theory, I would have to
So-
look some of these up, but
Hold
another
on.
one was that
Yeah.
that Kevin ends up becoming Saw, because like you see all the traps and everything there, and
Something Saw.
like
Oh
he
my
takes
God.
it from
Yeah.
he takes it from his position as like his role in a movie as a kid
Yeah.
to taking it to a whole nother level,
Mm-hmm.
and just making people go through these crazy traps and everything just to live.
So was it like more of like a punishment? He sought out because it's like the people were trying to rob him. So he's doing like the people that were doing dirty, like he was just like killing them off, right?
Well,
Making
not
them-
in that theory. No, it's
No?
that after torturing the two bandits,
Yeah.
he found out they kind of liked it and enjoyed it.
okay,
So he becomes Saw because he's kind of sick.
I kind of like that theory. Yeah.
Another theory is that when Kevin's mother is trying to get back to the house,
Yep.
right at the airport, she says that she's going to sell her soul. She would sell her soul to get back.
Yeah.
And that's immediately when John Candy walks up and starts talking to her.
Oh, really?
And yeah, that's one of the theories, that
Oh, wow.
she basically gave her soul to get back to her son.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well, there's lots of interesting theories about that movie.
I really got to go back and watch that. That might be one. I mean, it's not really Halloween, but I would definitely go look that up and like watch that, because those are some freaky like theories. And you
Well,
know
that's
what?
more, for me, it's more of a Christmas movie, so
Yeah.
I'll probably revisit the conversation around that time.
Yeah, we should.
But I've just been going through a bunch of Halloween movies, so they had a new Hellraiser that came out this month.
Okay. Yeah.
And I do have the Hellraiser movies, but I never really sat down and watched them.
Yeah.
The new one seems really weird. Now, one of the things I kind of like about the slasher movies is that the teenagers are so dumb. You're watching it and you end up yelling at the screen because you see them make such stupid mistakes. It's like, you're yelling, and then it's like, fine, you know what? These teenagers deserve to die for being so stupid. And it's,
Yeah.
it's a guilty pleasure there.
Yeah.
But Hellraiser, yeah, I never really got into it. I know that there was the character Pinhead that, for some reason they decided to make it a female now, and I don't know, maybe I just don't really get the movie, but it just seems really, really weird.
Yeah, it does seem a little
Like
bit
there's
strange.
this box that goes through these configurations, and with each configuration they have to offer up, they don't really choose to operate up a sacrifice, but just one ends up being offered up by anybody that touches the box or whatever, and it takes their blood, and eventually the monsters there kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And in this new movie, the main character girl uses the box to stab one of the creatures,
Yep.
and then the creature is offered up as sacrifice for some reason.
Okay.
And okay, so they come to that realization, and then they have plenty of chances to stab another creature, and they just don't for some reason. and then it ends with them not wanting a gift from the monsters because it always goes badly.
Yeah.
But then the character that's got the last gift from them decides to get another one because apparently he didn't learn his lesson.
Okay.
And I don't know. And then the movie just kind of ends. And,
That's weird.
well, maybe fans of Hellraiser kind of see the point. To me, it seems really, really weird. And maybe I have to go back and watch the old Hellraisers from the beginning to really get it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
From watching the most recent one, it's just like, geez, this series is not for me.
Yeah, that's a really weird series, and I've never actually watched it myself. I was more of a Jeepers Creepers kind of guy.
Well, they released a new one of that just
Yeah.
this month too, eh?
Yeah. I just love the whole thing where like Jeepers Creepers is this like immortal alien, and every 10 years or whatever it is, he comes back.
23.
Is it 23?
Yeah, because I just watched those ones too.
Right. Okay. So 23 years. They have in the one, didn't they like chain him up and like have machine guns and stuff just waiting for him, and then they just gunned him down?
In the third one, they had like a rail gun or something
Yep.
that they blasted him with, and
Okay.
he apparently lived through that no problem.
Oh my god, yeah. And like he can steal bodies, right? He'll cut the head off or something weird and like steal the body. Like
Yeah.
if he gets hurt, right? Like critically wounded.
Yeah, the first one seemed pretty good. The second one, that's when I started rooting for the Jeepers Creepers guy over the teenager,
Yeah.
because the teenager seems so dumb.
Yeah, they were. On the school bus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember that.
but that's where they had the harpoon gun and they hit him a couple times and he was just sort of flying around, and he cut off the one guy's head and ate it and then regrew his own head or something.
He used that head to grow a new one.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of crazy, like metamorphoses into like his own head again, but it was like that other kid's for a little while. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so creepy.
Very,
man.
very shortly.
I know. It's so weird though. Just consumes it. Kind of like the Thing, you know, where it takes over a host and it's like a blob of nothing, and then it turns into like, you know, a human basically. This is like a human getting turned into like the host.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Yep. What a weird.
So I've gone through a couple of those movies so far this month.
Yep.
Another series that I watch at least part of every Halloween is the Wrong Turn series. Now that one is extremely gory, and like the first one was actually not bad. It had some good characters in it,
Yep.
and it seems more focused on kind of being a psychological horror than just like a gory horror, and was pretty good. And then two of the characters were alive by the end. But after that, they kind of took on a almost like a comical take on it, where the rednecks are just absolutely ridiculous. They almost never die, and they get away with killing everybody pretty easily, and
Yep.
it's just extremely gory. And I think it was the third one that what they started doing was they would have the introduction and then like the dismemberment, and the body parts would kind of fall into like the Roman numerals. So I remember for number 5, number 5,
Yep.
they cut off this one girl's hand, and then it showed the wrong turn text for it, and then the hand kind of opened and it was number 5, and just ridiculous. But
Okay. Yeah.
the series just gets more weirder and weirder every iteration of
It
it.
was okay. What is that, like Final Destination kind of thing?
Not quite. It's
No?
about cannibals that are out in the woods, and the teenagers always they take a wrong turn somewhere and they end up running across them, and
Yeah.
the cannibals just start picking them off one after another.
Oh no. So kind of like The Hills Have Eyes, hey?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
less serious, I guess.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. That's worth checking out too. I remember Final Destination. Do you remember that one? Where like
I
the
do remember that
accidents-
How many of Final Destination were there?
Oh no.
I know for Wrong Turn there were 6, and then they did a reboot that nobody liked because they went from just almost the ridiculous cannibals to this sect of people
Yeah.
that would eat people that came through, but it's like they seemed almost normal except for the cannibalism.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first 6 movies, they were just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
They didn't speak English; they just killed people, and they were the 3 main ones. But
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
remake, it was just really, really
Uh,
not not appealing. I don't know who they thought the market was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing that one, but I do recall exactly what you're talking about. I must have seen it during like, YouTube, where you're flipping through and then you're seeing stuff. But
Reboots never seem to they so often it feels like they have forgotten the source material,
mhm,
or they're just doing it for a quick buck.
maybe it's a quick buck. Hey, I got the TP ready for you.
Okay, I'm just quickly cleaning up the inventory a bit.
But yeah, The Hills Have Eyes. Let's talk about that one. That was an insane movie. Like there was a series, right? And then like that one girl, like she got captured and then she got impregnated by that thing, or like the one guy, and it was just gruesome. And the way they like drag you down those holes and stuff. And then they get caught in that house, and then they get in the fight with that the hillbilly cannibal. It's just insane.
Yeah, the Hills Have Eyes is one that
Crazy.
I got to admit was a little bit freaky. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's something that you could kind of see happen in reality
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it seems a little bit too real for my enjoyment.
It was a very realistic one.
Like movies like Wrong Turn and stuff, it's just you know that it has almost no chance of really happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not to say that there aren't cannibals, but it was just too campy to really see it as a real thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess campy might not be the right word. Campy is not really serious, but it's not really gory either. I just don't have the right word for it.
Yeah.
The waypoint is right here.
Yeah. Let's go down to the River Flame. Do you really want to mess around with that City of the Damned or no?
No.
Okay.
What's even there? Nothing.
Probably nothing. I mean, we just killed that main quest guy, and let's just skip that crap. We got this soul stone to break, right? Which we'll do
Yep.
in 2 different quests. Like I'll leave the party for you so you can break yours so it doesn't take my stone. That's the way it works.
Okay. All right. We can do that.
So we're looking for a 4 open socket, either shield or sword for you, eventually. And then polearm. We need a 4 open socket polearm. And it has to be the polearm class so we can make insight for you. So no more mana problems.
Well, mana doesn't seem to be much of a problem.
It might with Holy Bolt, or sorry, what's that other one? Hit Fist of the Heavens?
Oh yeah, that
Yeah, it
that
will
I
be.
probably would need more mana for.
Yep. So you're gonna want to rock, or even I could, right? I'll just put the polearm on the mercenary there.
Okay.
I can't carry.
But
Yeah,
for
and I'll
this-
probably look up good ones for the one I have.
Yep.
A good shield and a good sword.
So there's actually a perfect combination. Ready? There's a rune ward called Spirit, and we're gonna get you a Spirit sword and a Spirit shield. It's +2 to all skills, and just a bunch of really good stuff for spellcasters.
Okay.
Yep.
So spirits and insight, you said.
Yeah, just for the
Well,
mercenary.
insight is it's a pole arm, so I wouldn't be able to use it with
No,
a shield.
no, it's for the mercenary, like my desert dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we
Fine.
still get the benefit.
All right, so we've gone through the more serious and gory movies.
Mm-hmm.
Other Halloween movies that I usually watch every year are Monster Squad, Little Monsters, Rocky Horror Picture Show, I already said, and Lost Boys.
Lost
That
Boys.
one's a classic. Yep.
What is Lost Boys?
Lost Boys is a vampire themed one.
Okay.
Now, they've done a few sequels, but I never really bothered with the sequels. Lost Boys has some pretty famous actors. It has, I think, the Corey brothers. I can't remember what their last name is, but starts off with them moving to California
Okay.
and a small town there where they move into with their grandpa, and The youngest brother kind of meets this group of people that are vampire hunters, whereas the older brother follows this girl that he likes into the crowd of them, and ends up getting involved with the vampires who start messing with them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's pretty cool movie. I would definitely recommend seeing it. I think it
Yeah.
was made in the '80s, so before your time, but it's definitely a classic.
Yeah, I
All
might
right, so
check.
you left the party already?
Yeah, I left party. You can smash that stone if you want. I just want to see what you're gonna get here, because like, honestly, if you get a couple good ones, we could literally make insight.
Perfect, flawless, diamond,
Oh my
flawless,
god.
and cool. Okay, so I had your turn.
Oh no, I can't. Like it's only one per person. Because
Oh, okay.
the forge is
One per
the
game, you mean?
yeah, one per game. I just left it so it doesn't consume my stone, right?
Yeah.
Because if
Okay,
you do it and I'm in your party, all our stones are gone just for one. So it's never worth it.
that's true.
So
Gotcha.
you got a Thal rune.
Yes.
I think that is one of the runes that you need for spirit, actually. So hang on to that.
Well, I keep throwing the gems into the bank.
Good. So
God, that holy
up.
bolt is just tearing these
Oh,
guys up.
it's unbelievable. I love Holy Bolt. So keep your eye out for gray items, especially the shields and pole arms and swords. Okay, 4 socket though.
Yep. Arms and swords.
Yeah,
Okay.
only 4 sockets.
No more than 4.
No, no less.
Another classic is the Nightmare on Elm Street series. The Friday the 13th series I was never into as much
Yeah.
because I loved Freddy's quips every time that he started killing somebody.
Well, Freddy's
I think it
just
started in the third one. Yep.
yeah. Freddy's just so terrifying. He can like he morphs into like different things, right? Like he was eating that woman on the bed. Remember how fucked that was?
Hmm. That was a good part. Like,
Yeah.
and there's just compilations of all of his kills on YouTube, and they just get more extravagant with every movie because
Yeah.
they get more budget to work with. But man, he does it with style. Whereas Jason is just like, okay, he goes and brutally dismembers them.
Yeah, he does. One of the ones that I loved so much was Freddy versus Jason. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I always rooted for Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy. I was somewhat going for Jason, but Jason was like he had the strength to throw around Freddy, right? But if Freddy got up close and personal, he would like put a lot of stabs into him real quick.
Well, Jason was all just brute strength, whereas
Yep.
Freddy was actually skill and style.
He used intelligence too. Like Freddy used a lot of intelligence. I remember he dropped like a bunch of these like pipes into Jason, and it just like impaled him.
Yep.
Right? That was cool.
Yep. That, and he used the oxygen tanks to
Mhm.
basically be like missiles, and then cut off Jason's fingers and took his blade. And yeah, I don't know. I like how he kind of has this scared look when he gets pulled into the real world because Jason's there, and then just quickly adapts and starts taking him on.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think the way they got stronger was how many people they've killed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Well,
they had,
Jason anyway. I think Freddy, or I think no, Freddy would get stronger with each kill. Jason was just a killing machine. It's like
oh yeah,
he had one mode and that was it.
yeah. I don't know if Freddy could have killed him, to be honest. Maybe if he did get enough kills, he might have taken out Jason. But they hated each other.
Well, if it weren't for the teenagers, he probably would have killed Jason in the dream world.
Maybe.
I think he was just playing with his food a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think so. He didn't really realize how much of a threat he really was. Because
Well, he was enjoying with himself until he got pulled into the real world, and there things changed quite a bit.
Yeah, it's literally like getting pulled into water, right? Like a shark's gonna beat you in water, but as soon as you take that shark to land, you're gonna beat the crap out of it. It's got no chance.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Man, we're tearing up Act 4, aren't we?
We really are.
This is fun. Like your ability.
Yeah, that's. Sorry, go ahead.
Your holy crap, dude! These things do so much damage, but your healing spell there that damages them also is just tearing them apart.
It really is. Yeah, that's one thing that Jason never did, or that Freddy never did. There was never a Nightmare on Elm Street in space. Jason
In
X did
space.
the whole space thing.
Yeah. Man, you know what? There was even a Space Godzilla. Come on.
There was a space critters, the leprechaun movies. They- you always know that a movie series has jumped the shark when they go to space.
Yep.
It's always like, all right, what do we do next? I mean, we can't just have them do the same thing. Hey, let's send them off to space.
Take them to space.
You know that they're going to do it. I know Tim Pool's always talking about Fast and Furious having a space one. He wants to see that, and it's just like everybody that knows a franchise is like, once they go to space, you know that they have run out of ideas.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the final thing. It's the final frontier of like movie design because like there's nothing past space, and like once you reach that point, it's like, oh, we kind of just went everywhere. Like, there's nothing really to show anymore. Uh-oh, I might die. Holy crap. Hang in there, buddy. Don't get too close. Oh, nice. Oh, there's a rare mail there.
I took it.
Nice.
You're taking all the mana potions.
Sorry, I used them too. My spear is just heavy on it.
It's okay. I use far less. Just occasionally I need some. Yeah, I'll just get them as we go.
Of course you will, Chris. Go buy them from the shop. Use some of your cashola, bud.
Here I am carrying this group, and I don't even get any mana potions.
Carrying the team, hey? Yeah, sure. Duel me, and I'll show you what happens. I'm not a demon, so I'm gonna get you.
You son of a bee.
Let me just say the real word, Chris.
Well, I thought we weren't supposed to swear in these recordings.
That's what I thought, Chris.
Even though you've slipped a couple times already.
I know you want to.
I can get through a video without swearing.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it quite a bit so far.
Swearing's just not... I don't know. It's okay. Is it really necessary? Probably.
A well thought out argument, Aaron. Well thought out.
It's a genius.
Swearing's just,
It's, you know? Anyone would agree with me. It's just,
Thank him, Aaron. I'll kill him.
Aren't you happy I just had that argument?
Which argument?
About,
The
Yeah.
Very well thought out.
Wow, Chris, hey, what boots are you wearing there?
The Maru Iron Heel.
Hey, you might go a little slower, but do you want these? Here. You got some insane magic flying on those.
Sec.
And some pretty nice defenses, too.
Yeah, out of inventory space. I'm gonna go to town.
Hey, I'll come with you real quick. I have to pick up some potions.
Okay.
Oh crap, my follower just died too. I can't go alone. I'm scared.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Instead of handing you a sword, he hands you like a full man with a spear.
What do you need?
Oh, by the way, do you ever gamble in the game too?
No.
You're supposed to. Yeah, definitely.
I guess I could. I mean, you get to a point where you have so much gold that it's not like you need to save for anything.
No, and sometimes you can get legendaries from gambling, hey? I don't really need anything,
Let's
but...
check out these boots.
Okay, I think I just
I think mine are better.
I think I just gambled something good. Never mind, it sucks. Wait, what's the speed on it? No, it sucks.
Yeah, I just wish that we had a bigger inventory.
I know. That's the one thing this game needs.
That's what mods would have fixed.
They really would have. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to not let us do mods. What kind of power hungry control is that, Chris?
See, it's one thing that they could have changed with this game. Like, I think when the game was originally developed, it was that there just wasn't enough memory to really make it so the inventory was huge.
Yeah.
And yet, when they remastered it, they kept using it as an excuse, like, oh, well, in the original game, we wanted to make it so people had to think about what they were picking up.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I think that the reason you didn't have a big inventory was just because of space. I don't think it was because you wanted to make people have to go to town or be careful what they picked up and all that crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's something that they could have changed in the remastered version. Like, we know you guys didn't really like the small inventory and items that took up 8 squares. So we gave everything the Diablo 2 or Diablo 3 treatment.
Whoa, Chris. I just picked up a rare zombie head.
I know, I saw.
It's a special one. Alright, let's kill this Diablo. Lord of Terror.
Lord of Terror. You tank him, I'll do the damage.
Ooh, I don't even know if I can tank this guy. I'll try my best, though. I might die. Okay, he does a lot of damage. Holy crap. Oh, but so do you. My god, he's almost dead. Look at you.
Not almost dead.
Yeah, he is. He's almost half health because of you. Like, you're so strong with that build. I don't think you understand how strong that build is. Oh my god! That lightning attack. That thing is scary. It's like a laser beam.
I will say that they really have improved his model. It looks pretty good now.
It does.
This is what you want Diablo to look like.
I wonder if I can tank it if I'm standing right in front of that beam that you cast. Okay, it looks like I can. Sweet. Guess that's what we're gonna do. What a good combo we are, hey? What a good team. Any one-on-one fights with these guys, we're gonna win this.
He is just about dead.
Yeah, he is.
Take that, Diablo.
There's a mall, Chris.
I think you're so big. What?
There's a mall here. Dude, he dropped Bone Snap. Oh my
Good
goodness.
for him.
That's a barbarian weapon, but look how good it is. Wow. Bone Snap dropped. Kind of like...
Good old bones.
I'm in awe here because that's so rare. What was those gloves?
I'm gonna get them identified now.
Okay. You know, Chris, I might just keep this Bone Snap. I'll just put it in the shared loot, okay?
Okay, well, it only shares with your guys, so.
Yeah, I know. Well, just
All
my
right, so the
characters.
gloves are. There we go. I just linked them. Ooh, those are good
You
gloves.
found chance gloves? Wait, hold on.
Yep, I'm gonna use those.
Yeah, definitely use those. Those are... Holy crap. You're getting all legendaried up here, hey? Look at you,
Time.
man. That's crazy. Alright, so I guess we're done Act 5, and we'll do one per act, hey? One video per act.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, no, we finished Act 4, not Act 5. You're jumping the gun a little bit, Aaron.
It's Act 4. Sorry. Did I say Act 5?
Yeah. So Act 5, we'll try and do in one video, or should we try and split it into 2?
No, we can definitely do it in one video.
Okay. All right, so next one is going to be Act 5 in one video.
Yep.
It's probably going to be a bit long, but Act 5 is long, so.
I don't know. I don't think it's any longer than Act 2, to be honest.
It feels long, so you have to first go through the first area where you fight Shek at the end.
Yeah.
Shrek?
No,
Can't remember what his name
Shank
is.
the Overseer.
Yeah, that's it. And then you have to get the barbarians in the next area.
Yep.
Then go through the icy area, another area after that, the second icy area. And that's where you find what's her face. Go back to town, go through the 3 halls of the damned, fight the boss at the end, then go back, make your way to Mount Gagazet, Mount something, Mount Ariat.
Here, let's just go
Fight the
there.
barbarians, go through the thing. So Act 5 is going to be pretty long.
Yeah, it is. I like it
Anyway, we'll call it here for now.
though. Yeah.
Try and do Act 5 in one video in the next one. And yeah, I think that was a pretty good video. We got everything covered, talked about
Totally.
Halloween stuff a bit. And who knows what we'll talk about in the next one.
I'm just loading here because I went to the portal, so just give me a second.
Well,
These
I'm going to
load
call it
times-
here.
No,
Thanks
no.
for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. What?
Oh, I had a closing statement, but I guess we'll just end it here. It's cool.
Have a good night, all. See you next time.
See
Bye.
you guys.